Hello everybody, welcome back to Isolation Libations. I'm Joey Joyce. It is Thursday night. I know I already missed Brian's music for tonight. Brian, again, of course, that's Brian Chartrand. He has his happy half hour on facebook.com/Brian Chartrand Music every weeknight at 5 o'clock West Coast time. But I figured I'd give you a head start so you can make a drink to enjoy his music tomorrow night on Friday. So, like I said, I'm on the road now, so things are a little bit different. As you can see, I'm no longer in Bend, Oregon. This is San Diego, California. I'm at my friend Paco's house. Paco's is sitting right here out of frame. Maybe you can see his arm. Yeah, that's Paco. That's proof he's there. So the last episode I did, I was out there on a lake, and I was talking about perfect drinks. And again, a perfect drink, like a perfect Manhattan or a perfect martini, is where you take the vermouth component of a cocktail and split it in half. You go half dry vermouth and half sweet vermouth instead of a full ounce of either one of those. So I thought we would make a perfect Manhattan. And since there are now two of us tonight, I figured, well, I could just make two perfect Manhattans, or I could do a second cocktail that's similar but different. So we're gonna do also a perfect Rob Roy. Now, Rob Roy is, for all intents and purposes, just a Scotch Manhattan. And I'm looking at my setup right here, and I see that I'm missing two items. I am missing Angostura bitters and Angostura orange bitters. So Paul, here he comes, is gonna run to that black bag over there next to the Trader Joe's bags on the right and grab some Angostura bitters and the Regan's orange bitters, because that's the good kind of guy he is. And since he's such a good guy and getting those for me, he's got him. He's got him. I think he deserves a shot for that. And, you know, what kind of friend lets their friend drink alone? So I think we'll both have a quick little shot of the mystery rye blend, just to kick things off. Again, it's weird times right now, so, you know. Cheers, Paco. Thank you, sir. Delicious. So, we have our bitters. Now we're ready to roll. So, again, I always start out with the smallest ingredient first. I start with the Angostura bitters, 2 dashes. And then the orange bitters, using the Regan's orange bitters. If you have the Angostura orange bitters or the Free Brothers, that would work as well too. But I think the Angostura orange or the Regan's are probably the best. They're not as sweet. And then let's go to the vermouths. So again, we have the Dolan Rouge vermouth. So if you're making a regular Manhattan, it'd be a full ounce, but since this is a perfect Manhattan, just a half ounce. And then, so same thing with the dry vermouth, half ounce. Now with Manhattans and Rob Roys, you can do them up or on the rocks. The Manhattan, I'm gonna go ahead and make up for this one. Dolan dry, half ounce. And then Manhattans, I always like to use rye whiskey. I think it just works a little bit better. You like that little spicy kick to it. Sometimes with a bourbon, a little bit too sweet. But if you do like bourbon, you can do that. But we're using rye. Again, the rye mystery blend and 2 ounces. All right, and pretty much stir. Put it in your glass, and that's it. Whenever possible, always try to have a chilled glass. It just makes things much better, much more refreshing. Ooh, got the tongs. A big splash on the ground there. So again, I think I've said this many times now, but anything that's going to be served up, you want to make sure you dilute it to your preferred dilution rate, because it's not going to get any more diluted after that. It's not going to sit on ice. It's not going to melt more. It's only going to get more warm. And again, if it's a little bit cool out, which yes, we're in San Diego, but it is a little bit cooler. Get that nice fog coming in from the ocean. You do have to give it a good little stir. Once I get to Phoenix, I'll be stirring drinks for about 2 seconds, and then that's about it. Because it is wicked hot there. Hi, police. Hi, police. Hi, police. I feel so safe. And then for garnish, maraschino cherry. These are not maraschino cherries. These are just, I think, Rainier cherries from Oregon. But they have been sitting in brandy for a while, so that's always good. So that is your perfect Manhattan. Cheers. That's going to Paco.
Oh boy.
And then I'm going to join him with a perfect Rob Roy. I'm going to take mine on the rocks. Now, Paco, is it okay if I throw ice into your front yard?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So make sure there's no one below first before you do that, of course. But and always ask the homeowner before you just throw shit off the balcony. So same thing. 2 dashes orange bitters. 2 dashes Angostura bitters. So in Bend we have gunshots. In South Park, San Diego, we have airplanes. Different sound effects going on. And then the exact same process. So remember, a lot of drinks, they might have a different name. It might seem like it's a totally different cocktail. So often it's the same cocktail with just one small thing changed. So don't be intimidated by, someone's like, oh, I made a completely brand new cocktail, and they might just change one thing. So again, a Manhattan and a Rob Roy, exact same drink, just Scotch instead of rye whiskey. So it's not always all that complicated. Now for the Scotch, I am using a blended Scotch whiskey, Johnny Walker Black. I'm sure most people are familiar with this. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think I fall somewhere in between. It's good, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it gets a little bit too pumped up. People think it's either like the best thing ever, or people get offended that people think it's the best thing ever. It's fine, it's totally fine. It's a nice smoky kick. There's Lafroig in there. That's one of the whiskeys that they use in their blend. So it does have a nice little peat kick if you like that. Just, use it in appropriate cocktails, but don't get snobby about it. And the Blue Label is fine, but if you want to spend that much money on a Scotch, call me. They're better Scotches to get for that price. But I'm biased. Okay, so again, just gonna stir this Rob Roy. Paco, did you try your...
Oh yeah, that's delicious.
Perfect. So the good thing with it's perfect, sometimes people might think it's too sweet if you have all the sweet vermouth. It's still not a sweet cocktail by any means, but the dry vermouth obviously makes it a little bit more dry, not super sweet. Okay, you see I didn't stir this one as much because it's going on the rocks. So not that I really nurse my drinks and take a long time to do it, but still it will be slowly diluting, melting, getting progressively weaker. And then for the Rob Roy, you can do the same garnish. Another cherry, brandy soaked, and place it right in there. And that's it. So there is your perfect Rob Roy. Got a perfect Manhattan. Cheers, Paco.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, everybody. Enjoy Brian's music tomorrow night. And I will more than likely see you again tomorrow night to get ready for, Mondays or something. Again, weird times, no guarantees when I'm going to be popping up, but I'll see you next time. Adios.